Thank you everyone for coming. And before I talk about the beverages, I did want to also point out a couple things that we were able to present today. The merchandise line, we're starting to get some of our new merchandise for the festival. So we have a couple of the items that will be available for sale during the festival. And I have to say our merchandise team really outdid themselves this year with the different lines that they'll have. And then the cookbook is just amazing. You know, Chef Jens and many team members this year worked on that, and it's really amazing. And then, you know, there's other things with the festival. The Eat to the Beat series this year, I'm like really excited. The Go-Go's are here, and just to name a couple of the other talent that's going to be here. But we have some great beverages. The team just went around and did their discovery around the world. Some new that are going to be featured here at the festival this year. Some that are so new that they're not even ready yet. Orlando Brewing Company is preparing a special festival-only brew for us. And then also the Devil's Triangle from Cigar City is also a new one, but from Tampa. But the Florida Devil's Triangle is coming back from the Florida Beverage Company. Today, one of the focuses that we did this year around the beverage program was that we really tried to find a perfect pairing in each one of the marketplaces. And so when you taste the lobster, we have La Crema Chardonnay that is paired with that. I mean, that's like a marriage made in heaven. And then when you go and you taste the pork belly today, there's a new beer that's out in the market. It is from Brazil, and it's Shinzu, and it actually is a black beer. And when you look at it, you think that it's going to be high IPA, real strong, but it's very, very mellow in flavor. And I encourage you to taste all of these beverages with the food, because the pairings are just out of this world. I mean, what Chef and his team has done with the food is amazing. But then to take it to that next level, if you enjoy, you know, tasting with pairings, each one of these, you know, just does a really nice job. And then as we go over into South Korea, we have with the kimchi dog soju. And soju is a spirit that is very similar to sake, but a little bit sweeter. It's made with grains, and when you taste that kimchi dog, you have to have the soju there, because when you get that kick, that soju will actually blend it, mellow the flavor out. But, you know, it's also one of those things that's very traditional in South Korea. You wouldn't see a wine necessarily paired with a lot of food. And then as we go into the desserts, the Nicolas Voyat champagne is new to the festival this year, but not new to the world. I mean, Nicolas Voyat is known for some really incredible champagnes. And then one of the non-alcoholic beverages that you can taste today is the frozen s'mores. And what we've done is we've taken Nesquik and added some toasted marshmallow syrup, and then you top it with the chocolate, the marshmallows, and a graham cracker, and it tastes like s'mores in a glass. So that's one of the new things to the festival. And then over in Scotland, we have the Loch Lomond, which is a cocktail, and it's made with 12-year-old Glenfiddich whiskey, you know, along with some Drambuie, vermouth, and with a twist of lemon. So if you'd like to taste a little bit of a cocktail that's going to be over in Scotland, that's one of the beverages that are going to be served. In addition to, this is the year that we're doing a flight over there. And we're going to have a flight of whiskeys, which will be the 12, 15, and 18-year-old Scotch whiskey that is going to be available for, I do believe, $12. $12. And what's really great about this is that guests that have always wanted to try that 18-year-old Scotch, but didn't want to commit to a $100 bottle, buying it at the store, you're going to be able to have the opportunity of either tasting it as part of the flight or by itself. So we're really offering a lot of great new varieties of beverages. Yes, we are the Food and Wine Festival, but you know, between the craft beer, as well as, you know, some of the cocktails from mixology, you know, there's just a lot of things that we're trying to impart into the marketplaces as people are able to go around and taste. You know, as I'm talking about not only the marketplaces but with the festival center, there's a lineup of incredible chefs that will be here. Some new chefs, Carlo Hall from the ABC Chew. She's going to be here opening weekend, so we're very excited. This is the first time that she's partaking in the festival. And then Cake Boss will be here again. And we have a new cake boy from England, Eric Landlard. So we got the cake boy and the cake boss that are going to be here, which is going to be really interesting. But Eric has a lot of notoriety in UK, and he's on the Equation to the Food Network out there. So very excited to have him a part of our Sweet Sundays lineup. And then Robert Irvine will be here, Kat Cora, just so many great chefs that return year after year. They've become such great advocates, and we're so blessed to be able to have them a part of the festival, especially when there's so many festivals that are going on now, and time is so rare, and for all of these people, to dedicate their time to come to our festival. And then all the Disney chefs. I mean, when I think about the talent of not only celebrity chefs that are abroad, but we've got our own Disney chefs that just do an amazing job with all the culinary demos, the signature dining events and everything. So it's going to be a great, great festival. And starting off our day, I know all of you, or I hope all of you had the opportunity of tasting this great sparkling Moscato, which is brand new to the festival. I have to say, when we were talking about that Brazil was going to be one of the marketplaces this year, I'm always challenged with, well, there's not really great wines coming from Brazil. But this year, and I'm going to let Hernan talk a little bit about this Moscato. They so graciously donated it for today so that you can all sample it. And please feel free, to enjoy some more later on. But when we were tasked of a beverage for this particular kiosk, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And then I had spoken to our friends at Southern, and they had said, oh, there's this new Moscato sparkling, and I said, I'd love to try it, and we just fell in love with it. So if you'd like to say a couple words about the beverage.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to be here. Thank you all guys for showing up. My name is Hernan Valverde, and I represent Carnival and all the wines of Brazil for the state of Florida and for New York. We just launched this brand. It's about 12 months now, I would say. Beautiful brand from Brazil. It's in the southern side of Brazil. Brazil is not really known around the world for having wines or having sparkling. Usually we're known for cachaça, which is, we make a big old caipirinha, and that's what everybody thinks of, a big party in Rio, and that's what you're thinking of when you're thinking of Brazil. But Brazil is actually the 5th largest producing wine country in the Western Hemisphere. We are literally in the same line as Mendoza, so it's, where we produce this, so it's kind of the same temperature and this whole same feel the country is, that region of the country of Brazil. So we got this great terroir, there's great, growing areas to do it. It's just not very popular. This is actually done in a co-op of 127 families that are involved. It started 60 years ago, so it's a pretty cool thing. It's beautiful, it's sweet, so it's more of a dessert-ish type of wine, but it's also great for spicy food. So we were talking earlier about the Korean food. This will go great with anything spicy, anything that has kimchi in it, anything in that world. This will be awesome because you kind of cut through the spice a little bit. It kind of gives you a big happy family inside your mouth. So there's a beautiful Moscato we have. We also have a rosé that we're available out there also. So you can see it out in the streets. You can pick a bottle. We're grateful for it. And once again, I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be up here all afternoon long, so if you have any questions, please feel free. And thank you once again for having us here. We're very happy to be here.
Thank you for bringing this great wine to us.
Cheers.
Cheers. And before we actually end, I have to share, we do have the Dole Whip for you to try. The Dole Whip that is over there by the desserts, it is topped with a very special cherry. This is a new cherry. It's a maraschino cherry from the Cherry Man. This is a cherry that they're producing that has no artificial flavoring or no artificial colorings in it. And it's not as sweet as the maraschino cherries that you're normally accustomed to, but it's a new product out in the market that the company has decided to go into simply because a lot of people are so concerned from a healthy perspective of all the red dye. So this is a new product that I encourage you, to try that. And we do have the white chocolate liqueur that could go over that. If you would like to try the white chocolate liqueur, be the very first to try the Dole Whip with that. So you're more than welcome to try that as well. And